Life Lately by Latti presents Exit the Group Chat, a three-part series. Prologue. I want to start out by saying this isn't a story of tea. It isn't dramatic or juicy. It's real. It's my real life, and there are still bits and pieces of this story I'm still healing from. If you can't handle emotions, reflections, and feelings, this ain't the one for you. One more disclaimer. This story does include elements of spirituality and my spiritual practice. If spirituality, tarot cards, or divination upsets you, I suggest you skip this one as well. I don't want you to be upset or bothered by anything you don't have to read and put yourself through. Love you always, Lottie. Part 1. The Almost. Betrayal doesn't hurt because of the act, it hurts because of the hands that held the knife. Anonymous. Moving back to NYC last year was not on my bingo card. Not for last year, this year, or any year to come. But it happened. I'm here, and I truly think I was supposed to be here in the long run. Being back in NYC was so much more lively and exhilarating than boring old Houston, Texas. It was springtime, the flowers were blooming, the hood was back hot, and I wanted nothing more than to be outside. Only one problem: I had no friends here. Before moving away, I had one friend and we fell out while I was away, so coming back was bittersweet. I had to learn to readjust to the city and find things to do on my own. Dating. Being in Houston, dating was not it. LOL. So once my feet landed back in Brooklyn, on the apps I went. It was concluding towards the end of my visit here, and I didn't really do much but spend time with my family, even while being on the apps. Men ain't shit. I think I finally announced on my Facebook page that I was leaving in a week or so, and my inbox got a message a few minutes afterwards. It was from this guy. His name was Ryan. I seen him around the Facebook communities I was a part of online, but never interacted with him directly. But from everyone he was close with, I assumed he was cool people. He sent me a message saying something like, "Hey, I see you're in NYC. I would love to take you out on a date before you leave. Anywhere you want to go is fine with me." I was taken aback a bit. I never spoke to him unless it was on one of my statuses a few times, and he barely engaged with me then. To this, a date, anywhere I wanted to go, I definitely took him up on it and we went on the date. The date was cool. Honestly, nothing bad. I wasn't getting any romance vibes from him, but we had really good conversation. I ended up staying an extra week and he offered to take me on a second date. I agreed, even though I knew the romance wasn't there, but I tried to give it a second chance. Second date, romantic ambiance, great food, candlelit restaurant, but still no romantic chemistry. Again, we had really good conversation and I enjoyed hanging out with him. I told myself that after the second date, I wasn't going to date him anymore and waste his time. It didn't feel right. Plus, before I went back to Houston, I ended up meeting someone who turned into a situationship and ended up driving me insane. Story to come about that later. But I was 100% occupied with the situationship and didn't have time to entertain anything else. Once I was back in Houston, I missed NYC real bad. I had a little taste of what my social life could be: eating out, socializing, and doing things I literally haven't done in years. Houston was so isolating for me. I knew no one there but my roommate, and getting around was impossible without a car, which we didn't have at the time. I stayed about a month or so until I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get out of Houston and do something more with my life. I got up the funds to fly back home, and home I came. Once I was back in New York, Ryan hit me up and invited me out to brunch. I definitely agreed to go now that we weren't quote unquote dating anymore, and I just expected to go out and have a good time. And we did. It was a blast. We had a lot in common when it came to our personal lives and our dating lives. He was even understanding when I vented to him about my current situationship I had going on. He got me so well. He would give me advice on my situationship, telling me I was too good for him, but never made me feel bad when I got too lit at brunch and still ran over to my situation's house for an immediate one-way ticket to Pound Town. LOL. Over that summer, we grew super close. We went out and explored some new places and got to know each other pretty well. Brunch became our thing, but we also spoke on the phone a lot for hours. He not only helped me when it came to navigating my situationship, but he also had girl problems. He dealt with someone who was only using him for his money, and I was there to comfort him and get him through it. It was really painful for him and also for me to see him go through it. That situation actually led him to stop dating for a while. I told him not to give up, and there would be someone out there for him, but his hope was low, and I couldn't blame him. But then, a few weeks later, after that situation, he started to tell me about a Facebook friend he was interested in. Her name was Brittany. I didn't know her at the time, but he told me they'd been friends for a while online, and she wanted to go out on a date with him. Ever since getting out the entanglement with the last woman, he was hesitant on investing again into someone else. But I told him that I had a good feeling about Brittany. I even did an astrology compatibility reading for him, and they were, in fact, very compatible. I told him it didn't have to turn into something major. Maybe it would be a one off date and end there. But maybe, just maybe, she could be the one for you. He listened, agreed, and set the date with Brittany. After their date, he called me and told me about how much of an amazing time he had with her. He spent hours talking about her and how cool she was and how he couldn't wait to go on a date with her again. And I was genuinely happy for him. My own situationship was running me ragged at that point, and dating wasn't any better. So I was happy that he found someone he truly liked and that liked him back. For the next couple of months, time went past and Ryan and Brittany grew closer and closer. I would tease Ryan and tell him that I was so jealous because they literally gave vibes of the most perfect couple. It was nauseating, lol. With my own love life in shambles, it felt great to see a true love story blooming in front of me and made me hold on to hope that I could one day have that. Once the summer concluded and their relationship was solidified, of course Ryan wanted me to meet Brittany. He told me that he had told her a lot about me and she was so excited to meet me. She even knew of me beforehand due to my creative projects and ventures, so I had no reservations of meeting her. I was excited. I had a big event coming up in the fall, and I told Ryan to bring her to it. I was gathering with some more of my other friends, some old ones, current ones, and ones I've never met before, so it would be cool. She would fit right in. Looking back now, I didn't realize that would be the night the story began. Not mine's, not Ryan's, not even Brittany's, but ours, the core four. And as for the fourth member, well, that's where the story takes a turn.